Hi guys, so in this tutorial I'll be showing you how you can make a random password generator using Python. So what's going to happen is that the user will enter a number such as 10, which will be the length of the password that the user demands. Okay, so if he enters 10, then our Python program will return a password which will be randomly generated and it will be of 10 total characters. Okay, so let's quickly jump into the solution and create our random password generator. So I have created this variable which is a string and it has almost every possible character which can be taken into consideration for a password. So it has all the lowercase characters, all the uppercase alphabets, all the numbers and special characters and parentheses or brackets as well. Now you don't need to write it by your own self. I'll put it into the description. Now what we are going to do, we are going to take input from the user. Okay, and we will typecast it of course because everything by default is taken as a string, and since we need the length which is obviously a number, we need to convert the string into an integer first, so we are going to typecast it. Okay, that's why I've written this int. Now I'll write enter your password length. Okay, so n variable will be having the length of password. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create an empty string. Okay, we will assign an empty string to our password and we are going to run a for loop. Okay, and how many times this loop will work? It will run as many times as the number mentioned by the user for the password length. So I'll write for I in range n. Okay, so it will run n number of times. Now what we want to do is we want to take one character randomly each time this loop works from this whole string. So for this purpose I am going to need a Python module called random, and we are going to use one of its function called choice. Okay, so random dot choice, and we are going to pass this string, this whole string here, and if I print this, let's see what's going to happen. I will comment this also. Yeah, so earlier it printed u, some small u, now capital H. Let's run it again. So small z, now I. Okay, so basically what's happening is random.choice is choosing one character at a time randomly from this whole string. Okay, and each time it's going to be different. Sometimes it comes as same only, but that's just a coincidence and nothing else. Now we are going to use this character and add it to our password. Okay, so password is equal to password plus c, and if I now run this whole code, you will see that we will have our randomly generated password, and I'm just going to explain it to you. First of all, let's see if it works. So the password length is 10, so it returns us a password of 10 characters. Let's try it out again. So 5 characters this time, so you can see it returns us with a password of 5 characters. Now how is this working? For that, let me indent this so that you can see each time this loop works what is stored in the password, and that way it will be much more clear to you. So for 10 length, let's see. Yeah, so now I'll explain you the whole code, what's happening. This second line, it takes the input from the user for the password length, and this is just an empty string in which we will be storing the randomly generated characters turn by turn. Okay, so in the very first iteration of this for loop, random.choice will choose any character randomly from this string. Now in our case, it first of all chose this parenthesis. So what happens in this line is password is equal to password. So what is password in this case? It is just an empty string. Okay, and we add this. So I hope this makes sense. Now our password basically becomes this in the very first iteration. Now, and this gets printed. Okay, so and we can see that as well. Now in the second iteration, what's gonna happen is, again it will randomly choose any character from the given string, and in our case it is numeric 1. So what happens now, password is equal to password. So the existing password was this, and in this we are going to add numeric 1. Okay, so our new password becomes this. In the third iteration, what will happen, it randomly chose exclamation character, so this is going to add and concatenate itself to this. So our password becomes this in the third iteration, and this will keep on repeating for n times, and ultimately we will get this password, this whole main password. So that's all for the tutorial. If you have any doubt, please write it in the comment section, guys, and please hit like for the video, and also subscribe my channel if you need more such tutorials which are application based and not just the syntaxes. And thanks for watching, guys.